this into Tow Haul Friday, 4:38, 85 degrees here in Hopewell Junction, Beekman, New York. All right, let's see what we got going on. We have the small trailer, like I've been rocking for a while. I don't know if you can see that in there. With only the Skag, just the V-Ride 2. Just make sure I have the keys in my pocket. I do. Excuse me. I am on my way, and I'm going to plug this in a second to give you the best route there. But to the client that has not paid in a while, had the stroke, has very much an overgrown lawn that we will be doing right now, because I know the last time I cut it was the very beginning of June, and it is July 18th today. So I can't remember the exact date it was cut. I have it in my records, obviously. This one's one of mine that needs to be cut. That's on my list for Monday, but we're going to talk about Monday in a second. Yeah, anyway, I told her she's out of the hospital now, or out of rehab place or whatever, from the stroke, which is great. We were able to get a payment today. I want her, this is I didn't really argue this with her today, but I had wanted her to pay up just the most out of date. She's very behind, and this is a very tough situation for me because I don't know what to do. I don't want to take any legal action, and it's not really worth it for me to take any legal action against her. I was hopeful because I actually had a conversation with one of her sons who lives in California, and I kind of thought that they would just, it seems like they have the means, and they would just pay up the past balances. I told them, no late fees, just basically, I just want them paid. I want it covered. It's like, all right, yeah, send everything you have to me, we'll take a look. And then kind of went radio silent. But I told him on the phone what everything was added up, and he said, he was aware of it. It wasn't like I was just sending him, So I don't know. She's on the whole $2,700. And obviously he's out of work. It's not a great financial situation, and I don't know. It just is what it is. I'm gonna try and get paid on, we're obviously trying to get paid, and we'll go from there, but, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say on that end, but we're going to go there today. I'm probably not going to film while I mow, because that's hard for me to do, and there's no real place for me to prop this up. I don't know, we'll see, possibly. But this is probably 6 weeks of growth. So you got 6 weeks of growth. You're looking at, they're building everywhere. They're building in here now. It's crazy. So 6 weeks of growth, which is just absolutely insane. She's going to get charged for it. I mean, it is a very, very small property, and she's going to get charged for it. But yeah, that's that. Put this down, and we'll resume later. Alright, so I'm resuming this video here. So I did get a call from, ironically, the person I was just talking about was this elderly lady who had the stroke, and one of her friends, the caretaker of her home, dogs, whatever, as this was going on. I was kind of in communication with her, because this is another, semi-ridiculous story where, but this is me just trying to do the absolute best I can and be a good guy here. But one of her dogs gets triggered by the sound of a lawnmower, and will go and try and attack the other dogs, so they have to put that dog away when the yard's going to be mowed. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And her availability was so limited, so I had to work around this lady's schedule. And it's like, you could charge extra for that, but are you going to get paid? That's the $1 million question. Anyway, this lady, who also hasn't been we're in the same boat with struggling to get paid from the same woman. But so she wants a sweetheart deal, and I'm like, listen, I can only do so much here. I'm not getting paid. You're not getting paid. I'm not getting paid either. But I guess her mower went down, and she needs somebody to cut over an acre of grass or whatever. So, and I kind of don't want to do this, but I have like nothing lined up. I'm like so busy, but in the same breath, I do kind of have time this week. It's a very busy week, but like every single week prior, I've had appointments and this and that to fit into with mowing and weather kind of looks okay this week, and I'm like gonna be able to mow all 5 days, not just with the weather, but like with my own personal schedule. So I gave her a price. I did give her a discount because she said no trimming, no blowing. She just wants it straight mowed basically for a week while they get their mower in order. Fine. It's fine by me. I told her, look, I usually charge $125 an acre. I said $115 to $125 an acre. Listen, I'm going to give you a sweetheart deal. I'll do it for $90 cash, or if you want to put it on a card, that's fine. But I'm going to add tax. She's like, no, cash is fine. She wants even more of a discount. She's like, I know you. She's like, thank you so much for giving me a discount for the trimming, but is there a discount for no blowing? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, that is the discount. It's all that you know. It's tough. It's on a busy street. It's across the street from a school. But luckily it's the summer, so school's in session. So like, I kind of did want to tell her, like, listen, it's a one-time price. Maybe if you ever need me in a blue, I might be able to do it for this. But this is not like a consecutive. I was appreciative that she told me it was mowed exactly 7 days ago. I wanted to get it done. I was actually going to try and convince her to get it done tomorrow, which is Saturday morning, because I had other plans that I was going to do some other stuff. I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm going to go down to Mayapack and do those lawns. But in my head, I was like, I could, equal more out, and then we can go to my sister's house. My wife wants to go in the pool with the baby. So I had all that, kind of in my head. Oh, perfect. I could eke one more out. I won't do my home project, but I'll be able to, score some more money. But she said tomorrow her availability is only after 3, and then Sunday is wide open. I don't want to work Sunday. Plus, it's going to be rainy Sunday. And then Monday, I told her I could do it towards the end of the day. So that's our plan for Monday. And then we'll see. It does look, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how fresh, recent this is. Although Google does say it, give you the date of the picture. I think it was like, 2 years old, the picture. But I did, kind of just do a satellite view on the house. It's pretty much a wide open acre. It's kind of like, it's not like a perfect square shape. It's more of like roundish a little bit, but it looks like there's like maybe one tree in the yard. So it looks pretty straightforward and hopefully quick to mow. So that's good. Hopefully I can just stripe it up quick. I'm not going to be blowing off anything, so we'll see. Probably cut it a little, 3 1/4 or 3 3/4. We'll see. Anyway, I'm on my way to this property, which is it's Putnam Lake. It's out of the way. It's about 25 minutes or so from me, but I'm just hoping. I'm trying to do like half charity work and half trying to get, when I do get paid, doing knocking down this. I don't know. It's like a 1/4 of an acre maybe, and it's her last bill for this was $188 for a quarter of an acre, maybe a half hour of my time. So that's very much worth a little extra driving here. In my opinion, it's just, you're not going to get paid for a while. That's just kind of what you have to think of. But anyway, I'm going to try and maybe film. We'll see what the situation is. We'll see how hard it is. If I just want to get by, or if it's too sunny and there's glare and it's not worth it, we'll see. But everybody, if not, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye. All right, well, time and temp update. 5:16, 81 degrees. And you're like, wait, you were going to a property that's far away. It's 5:16. Are you done? What? Or did you not get there yet? What happened? Well, I got there. And I was literally backing into, it's a dead end that I have to back into, and it's tight and it sucks and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I take the small trailer. It's easier to back up a big trailer, by the way, but I take the small trailer because that's all I have room for over there. Anyway, long story short, that's nothing to do with the story. Back on topic, I guess I should say. Customer calls and, hey, my dog's loose. I can't get him. I can barely walk. It's a pit bull. Probably gonna bite you. So I'm canceling. What the actual F? And she did say before, I was just like, okay, just like that. And she's like, listen, whatever kind of fee you want to charge me for coming out and not, doing anything, which I really wouldn't do if it was a client that lives so close, but it's an hour. It's 25 minutes each way at least. And you're looking at, travel, you're looking at travel time, you're looking at fuel wasted, you're looking at load time, which is 25, at least 10 to mow, or at least 10 to load up and take down the mowers from the open trailer. It sucks because I don't want to I'm going to have to charge a pretty high fee, and she doesn't have the money, and I really don't want to charge a high fee. But this isn't like $10, sorry, a little inconvenience reschedule fee. No, this is, I don't know, maybe $65 at least. And I think I'm worth more than $65 an hour. Sorry, I do. Diesel, towing, wear and tear on the truck. I'm trying to think, I give her such a sweetheart deal, but she's basically me going over there and mowing the lawn for cost. She gets her lawn is mowed for $87 a cut, and we've been doing double cuts because it's been long, so it's 87 times 2. But if that was hypothetically mowed every week and there was no double cut fee or whatever, it would be $87. I'm trying to think, I'm probably really mowing it for 20, which is nothing. But so I feel like 67 is my absolute bottom dollar, and I think that's what it's going to be charged. And it's just, it's rather unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I guess the way you look at it is if you're going to plow or show, sometimes her little area in the winter, it's not even really plowable because it's 1 or 2 spots, but it's a little bit of shoveling involved, a little walkway. And I'm not going over there to shovel a little walkway for $10. So, just getting charged what it would be minimum to plow a driveway. So, it's the same thing, but, you kind of feel for them, and it's just going to be hard when you're on such a, fixed income and whatever. So, I'm just going to probably add this to the next bill and just make it one invoice, and it's going to be probably the 188 plus 67 and plus 70, I guess, if you add in the tax. $188, $250. Which isn't horrible if you think about it. It's $250 for a month and a half of not touching a lawn. So most people pay more than that per month on their lawn. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm just frustrated because I got a call from that other client that I could have knocked that one out today. But not had to worry about that because my next week is already super busy. So I could have just had that done, and my week next week could have just been a little bit on the busier side, but like, my normal week per se. Whatever. It is what it is. Just gotta roll with the punches. It's part of owning a business. So charge appropriately. It's all you can do. It's all you can do. Just gonna get a fee for it. It's fine. It's fine. Going to the weekend. Have a good weekend. I'll be home early. I won't have to. I'll need a shower tonight regardless. But not walking in the door and immediately having to shower because I'm so gross and sweaty, and it's fine. We're gonna hopefully reschedule for sometime next week. I told her let's aim for the weekend. It's just I'll look at everything. We'll see. Maybe possibly Friday. I don't know. We'll see. Everybody have a good rest of your day, and be well.